for the candidates. Kamala Harris on Friday, Sen. Kamala Harris launched Camp Kamala en Español, or Spanish Camp Kamala. The campaign says the program is a first of its kind that will have Spanish staff training volunteers. CBS News campaign reporter Stephanie Ramirez says it's an effort to energize Hispanic voters around Harris's campaign before the 2020 general election. Last month, the Harris campaign said over 16,000 volunteers in 50 states graduated from the English version of Camp Kamala, Amy Klobuchar, ahead of a weekend swing through the Palmetto State, Sen. Amy Klobuchar held a press conference in the South Carolina State House to discuss measures that she believes will help tackle gun violence in the country. Accompanied by the grassroots organization Moms Demand Action and a mother who lost her son to gun violence, Klobuchar briefly outlined how the Universal Background Check Bill, the waiting period bill that would close the Charleston loophole, and closing the boyfriend loophole, could cut down gun violence in communities across America. Ahead of her visit to Charleston, CBS News campaign reporter LaCry Mitchell asked the Minnesota senator how she plans to cater this message to Charleston residents who know the issue of gun violence all too well. Trail markers, more in trail markers. I can't even imagine what it's been like to have had that horrible tragedy in the church and all of the courage that you saw with people in the church and in their community, and then you see none of that in Washington, D.C., said Klobuchar. I think what you're seeing right now, and this is what gives me hope and I hope gives hope to the community, is you're seeing a major sea change. I hope the people of South Carolina, and specifically Charleston, understand that I'm not going to fold on this issue. Congressional COVERAGEIN. The House, both the Democratic and Republican congressional campaign arms updated their lists of priority 2020 districts this week. The National Republican Congressional Committee, fresh off a string of retirements from House Republicans, announced the 43 on-the-radar candidates they will support. The list has 10 names in California, the most of any other state and the biggest battleground state Democrats had success with in 2018. Republicans need to win at least 19 seats back to regain majority in the House, and are honing in on the districts President Trump won in 2016. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee added 6 targets to their offensive battlefield, raising the number to 39 seats they want to add to their majority. Their list of 6 includes the Michigan district held by Rep. Justin Amash, a Trump critic who recently changed his party affiliation from Republican to Independent. Their offensive push comes as their internal staff goes through shakeups after critiques about diversity from minority lawmakers. An aide confirmed to CBS News political unit broadcast associate Aaron Navarro a list of 12 names that have joined the DCCC member advisory council to find a new executive director for the organization, in the Senate, in the 5th edition of their Pints. Lindsey Graham to answer questions on topics ranging from climate change to gun violence. Graham addressed a group of more than 60 South Carolina voters and assured them that he's trying to help Mr. Trump where he can, while also conceding that the president is already popular in South Carolina. Graham himself is up for re-election in the Senate next year. After the event, CBS News campaign reporter LaCry Mitchell caught up with Trump supporter Renata da Silva, who was spotted nodding in agreement to Graham's message throughout the night. Da Silva, a member of the Berkeley County Republican Party's Committee for Diversity. A lot of fear from people is to change the Second Amendment, which Graham is assuring that's not going to happen, and if that's the case I agree with him, said Da Silva. I think it should be a background check on those people that are suspicious with the mental health issues, because I think the gun doesn't kill people by itself. Let's block ads. Why?